A chocolatey crumbled cookie crust filled with a rich, creamy chocolate pudding topped with a chocolate whipped cream. And just to be clear, this recipe contains chocolate and chocolate and chocolate. Everyone loves this chocolate pudding pie. Oh, we know this scrumptious chocolate dessert is going to be pretty much everybody's dream come true. It's kind of like a trifecta of chocolatiness. Now, I'm going to jump right into the recipe because I can't take a bite until I show you how to make it. Let's start with the crust. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to need to melt 5 tablespoons of butter on stovetop or the microwave. Next, I'm adding 2 dozen chocolate-filled chocolate cookies, a food processor fitted with a blade attachment. Now, I know you know the kind of cookies I'm talking about by brand name like Oreos or Fudgios or Scouts Honor. Girl Guide cookies will work too. Pulse or run the food processor on a low setting just to smash the cookies up a bit. Then we're adding half a teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Run the machine until you have a fine crumb. Time out, grab a tablespoon measure. Spoon out 3 tablespoons of those cookie crumbs. We're gonna save them. Yeah, we're saving them because I'm already thinking about the garnish for this dessert. Let's continue. Processor running on low speed, drizzle in the melted butter. The crust will be wet. Give it a stir in the canister before spilling it out into a 9-inch pie plate. We need to press the crumb down into the plate, but also up against the sides. I suggest using a flat measure. A spoon will work too. I like to coax the sides in place using a finger as a top guide. Transfer the crust to the oven, bake for 10 minutes. When it's done, transfer to a wire rack to cool completely. Next up, let's make the chocolate pudding filling for this pie recipe. Small saucepan on stovetop, 3 cups of whole milk. A quick chop to 4 ounces of dark chocolate. Use 70% cacao or greater. The chocolate goes in, then stir while the milk warms and the chocolate melts. Once the chocolate has melted, bring it off the heat. Now at work surface, a larger, medium-sized saucepan, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Optional, but if you like mocha flavoring, add 1 tablespoon of instant espresso powder. Then a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. I like to stir everything together in the pot and then add that warmed milk mix, plus 4 egg yolks. Now stir to combine, make sure those yolks break up and blend in with the other ingredients. Then we're back to stovetop, moderate heat. We're gonna bring the pudding filling to temperature, stirring constantly for 8 minutes. You're gonna be like, Nick, this is kind of boring. But wait, just keep stirring. You'll notice the texture changes. What looks like lumps appear. And then, all of a sudden, everything goes gorgeously creamy. Turn the temperature down to low. Continue to stir though for 2 minutes more. Final step, bring the pot off the heat. We're gonna add 4 tablespoons of butter plus 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Stir to combine, melt that butter, then piece of wrap down snug over the surface of the pudding. Leave it to cool for 30 minutes. And while the pie crust and the filling are cooling, great time to do the dishes and clean up the kitchen. And then we're ready to fill the crust, pour the cream filling into the pie plate. You can coax it right to the edges. A little swirl on the top. Then we're gonna cover loosely, transfer to the fridge. We need to cool the pie for at least 3 hours until the filling sets. Should we serve? Not yet. Let's make a chocolate whipped cream first. Grab a large liquid measure, add 1/4 cup of granulated sugar plus a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And again, if you love mocha flavoring, add 1 teaspoon of instant espresso powder, stir to combine, and then 1.5 cups of 35% cream, that is whipping cream. Grab a hand mixer, we're gonna whip on low to blend, then increase the speed to moderate and create a light, billowy, chocolatey whipped cream. Okay, and now we are ready. Are we ever? Watch this. A sharp knife, we're going right down to the bottom of the pie plate, cut out wedges. We're gonna do 8 pieces. It's a very rich pie. Then over to dessert plates. Give me some of that chocolate whipped cream, Nick. You bet. And then don't forget those crumbled cookie bits. Look how fabulous. Now I'm gonna grab a fork. I know you're with me on this, right? Check out how this looks as I dig in. Oh, absolutely amazing. And the full recipe is up at weekendatthecottage.com. When you're visiting our website, please subscribe to it. Look for this video on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then when chocolate pie is this sensational, take a picture of it, post it on your favorite socials using hashtag weekendatthecottage on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. The best chocolate pudding pie. Say it with me, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate for the win. Like, I think I might eat the whole pie. Don't be surprised if I do.